I don't know where to put this video. First off, this is my new Jets jersey. Yeah. But this is not a hockey video. And I also want to point out, nobody's mentioned that I've seen in the comments, this mark on my chin. That's what happens when your wife's got really long fingernails. And you move towards her and she's got her hand out. And a nice, wonderful rub on the cheek turns into, I think I'm bleeding. So nobody's mentioned that, and it's been there for a couple of days. And it looks worse and more pronounced now than it did. And I'm only mentioning it because I'm putting this on the Entertainment Guy channel. I got 2 books today. And I'm going to read these. I'm going to read through these. And then I'm going to give a review of said books. And I understand that that may seem a little bit different than my normal stuff. But I got this. And I got this. On my main channel. I talk often about... well, I wouldn't say often, but I talk about like the stress and the anxiety and the stuff everybody goes through. And these books are because I have trouble sleeping at night. And I know that part of that is just I can't shut my brain off. So I thought maybe if I get a couple of books, this one I'm basically let it go, for lack of a better term, because I can't say that title. And this one is just basically like, you know, kind of accept who you are. I got them off Amazon. I didn't pay full book price for them. This one, tickets at $21.99 Canadian. This one, $18.50 Canadian. I realize it's October. We're going into the holidays. I'm telling you right now, that's when people need this crap. I understand that they have, like, you know, Depression Month is in February. I think it's February. That they have, like, you can call if it's Depression Month. Going into the holidays, you need this the most. I believe that. So I wanted to just state that I bought these. I'm going to read them. And by putting up a video stating that I'm going to read them, that forces me to read them. And it'll be an interesting read. And here's just off the back jacket. Manson makes the argument that human beings are flawed and limited. As he writes, not everybody can be extraordinary. There are winners and losers in society, and some of it is not fair or your fault. Know your limitations and accept them is the real source of empowerment. So it gets into your fears and faults and flaws and all that wonderful stuff. So I intend to go through these, and we'll see how I feel at the end of this. And, you know, part of it is I've never been a big fan of the whole self-help thing. I know I've gone through counseling a couple different times in my life. And counseling is really more of how honest are you, because you can kind of feed a counselor an answer they want to hear and finish up your counseling early if you want to. And I did that, I know, on one occasion, and it kind of took me out of it. So this is me just holding myself to account. And I don't intend to make this a bedtime story. On my other channel, I have hockey stories that I've used as bedtime stories before. Due to copyrights, I'm not going to try that with this. It's one thing with little 5-minute kid stories. That's fine, and I always do a little plug for a book that's $5 somewhere. If I start reading out a copyrighted material like this, that's a little different. And I say that because Emma Blackery, who I follow, has got 1.4 million subscribers. She did dramatic readings of Twilight, and she got flagged and told to stop it. And that's part of the reason why I didn't read further than chapter 1 when I did a Twilight dramatic reading. And also because there were people who like Twilight, and I don't feel like offending people who like Twilight by the way that I read the book. Or have the author come across it and say, that's it, I'm going to wreck this guy. Books are awful. These books shouldn't be, and I intend to be reading this one. We're going to a concert tonight. Concert we thought started at 8 o'clock. I have since discovered today that the doors open at 8 o'clock, and the concert apparently starts at about 9:30, and apparently it runs till about 12. And it takes us about an hour to drive home from where the concert is. So we might be looking at me getting home at 1 o'clock this morning and then trying to do my hockey video from that. And last night I got maybe 4.5 hours sleep. So I need to start reading these. Okay. If you've read them, let me know what you thought. If you've read either one, let me know what you thought. And again, I do this because certainly there are people who go through some crap, and because I'm, you know, just I'm a person on YouTube who's had some modicum of success on my main channel, that it may appear like, well, you know, he doesn't have anything to worry about. Yeah, no, I do. There's tons. There's tons that goes through my head at all times. And it can be really hard to shut that off. Thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to reading these and giving you guys my honest opinion on what they may help with and when they may not. And yeah, so there you go. Something different than all the football and wrestling that I've been talking about lately. I got some Becky Lynch stuff I want to get out of the way at some point soon as well. But I'm going to wait and see what happens with the pay-per-views first. And then we'll get into it. But hey, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. Just tapping upon this video. I got some more hockey to watch. I'll talk to you again soon.